What questions do investors need to ask when screening tenants? Like, how do you find the best quality tenants?
Yeah, and this is really, really important. There's lots of really great software out there right now that is a really great way to kind of use as a tool when you are screening tenants. So a couple of those companies are called Single Key, or Neighborly is another one. So often what I do with my personal properties is I'll have that as a first step of screening, ensuring that credit scores are within kind of what I'm looking for. They also do a criminal record check as well. And so a lot of the process is I have the tenant, I meet with them on site. I try to book my rental showings quite close together. It just shows a little bit of urgency for the tenants if I'm kind of
Yeah,
coming out with another applicant.
yeah.
Yeah, kind of building into that, right?
I've
So
seen that a few
um,
times.
yeah, that works. And then also, so I'll have them fill out an application, and have them get it back to me. And then I'll also send them a link to Single Key. So they will fill out a secondary application essentially. So you're really seeing commitment from this tenant that's applying,
Yeah,
because they really have to go through, for me personally, what I recommend is really 2 screenings. So Single Key will do their thing. I will then do my own references where I'm reaching out to, their work employer. So I always ask for a direct supervisor of each applicant. So if it's like a husband, wife, or 2 partners, I want, work references for both. I'll make sure that the companies that they've put on there exist. Sometimes I'll call into the HR departments, ensuring that yes, they are on the payroll, if they will disclose that information to me.
yeah,
And then another thing too is if I have any sort of wishy-washy feelings, okay, well then it's further information. Please send me a pay stub. And then also incredibly, incredibly important is a landlord reference. So I always ask for 2. The current landlord that they might have may want them gone, right? So they'll say,
yeah,
oh yes, please, yeah, great tenants, So I always like to ask for the previous one because they are
that's
fairly
smart.
unbiased, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So having a good deep conversation with them about how were they as tenants. And another really, really good question I find gives me a lot of insight is when I'm asking their employers, I'll ask, if you had a rental property, would you rent to this person? And you can usually get an idea from a hesitation, and how they respond is,
yeah,
I find that's a very, very helpful question. And another thing that's really good too, when you're meeting with tenants on site, it's kind of nice to, take a walk by their vehicles. Like, do they keep their car in good condition? Is it full of stuff? I'm not saying snooping is very good, but,
no, I see you. Yeah,
just how they present themselves, how they present their vehicle and their belongings, that's a very good indication as well as to what kind of people they are. And also a social media screening is very important. So Googling their names, doing a little bit of investigation online, how are they presenting themselves online? That's something that you really want to pay attention to as well.
that's incredible. I never would have thought about like seeing what their car looks like. I mean, obviously not in like a creepy way, but
Yeah,
it never
you
crossed my
just do
mind,
like
but
a
it makes a
little
lot of
walk
sense.
by.
Yeah,
Yeah, just a
exactly.
walk by, just a
While you're
look in.
just while you're meeting them before showing them the place, just check out their
Yeah,
car a little bit.
yeah. Walk them to their vehicle after, so you can have a
Yeah,
little look. You don't
yeah,
want it full of garbage, and that's a good indication of what their home may look like. So,
yeah.
yeah, gives you some insight.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.